Hello and welcome to Basscast number 16. I'm Evan.
And I'm Alex.
And I think we actually have a third person with us today. I see a third person on the line. Can someone please introduce yourself?
Hey, my name is Susan, aka Mom.
This is our mom. Our mom is on the podcast.
It's our mom.
Hey guys.
How are you doing, Mom?
I'm doing great. I'm so excited about this. Thanks for having me on.
Well, I am excited as well because we are going to show you 5 EDM songs. Now, you are more of a classic music, not like classic music, but you like more traditional like pop and rock music, right?
Yes, I like people like Fleetwood Mac.
Ooh.
Paul Simon, Elton John.
What's your favorite decade?
The Stones. I love to listen to the 60s, but, more that I like to sing along with are probably the 80s.
Interesting. Well, so what about the 70s? No 70s?
When you say 70s, I think disco, and I'm not real crazy about disco.
Oh. Well, unfortunately, disco is what sprouted what you're going to listen to today. But anyways, we can still continue.
Okay. I'll listen with an open mind.
Yes, we want you, because obviously you don't listen to a lot of EDM music, probably just the stuff that we play for you or stuff that you hear that we're listening to.
Right.
But we would like to play for you some EDM songs and just get your take on these. Because obviously most EDM fans, I would say a good majority of EDM fans are 40 years old and younger. Would you agree with me?
Mm.
Yeah, I would definitely think. I mean, at least from the people that we see at festivals, they're at least from 18 to say 30s, maybe.
Yeah, I'd say about 18 to 35.
Yeah.
And so I'm curious to get our mom's perspective on these because these are songs that are not these are not songs you hear on the radio, Mom. These are songs that a few of these songs have probably less than 30. Well, I would say some of these songs have less than 30,000 plays online. A lot of the pop songs that you hear on the radio have millions and millions of views and clicks, and these songs are very way less popular. They're not you'll never hear these on the radio. These are very very subgenre specific EDM songs, and so we're gonna play. There's gonna be one song that's the first song we play for you is gonna be a more of a pretty song, and then after that it's gonna get darker. I'm just going to let you know that. It's going to get...
We'll start out good, and then we'll get dark.
Yeah. We have one song that we think you'll think is pretty, and then the rest it's just going to be different music than what you're used to. The first artist that we're going to show you is an artist called Crystal Skies. Crystal Skies actually releases off of Ophelia, which is Seven Lions' record label, correct?
Yes, that is right.
Who else releases off of Ophelia? Does Jason Ross maybe?
Yeah, he's released stuff off of he's released his EP and
Seven Lions, Said the Sky, Crystal Skies, Last Heroes maybe some other artists. But anyways, this first song, this is a fairly recent future-based song called Never Change featuring Gallie Fisher. And so basically, Mom, we want to play the song and we'll let you listen to it. And then as soon as it's over, we want to hear your thoughts. All right?
Okay, can I ask a question?
Yes. Yeah. Do you have any questions? I guess we should ask.
Yeah, this first song, is this the one that you think that I will consider to be pretty?
Yeah. This is considered more of a chill song. The rest of the songs are going to be more darker and more hard and more bass-oriented.
Okay, gotcha.
So this first one is going to be more. This first song is going to be more focused on melodic sound. Yeah, it's going to be more melodic sounding, and it's going to be more focused on vocals, and it's going to be more focused on melodies and vocals.
Okay.
Any more questions? Or are you
No,
just ready to jump right in?
Yeah, I'm ready to jump
Let's
in
just
and
jump
listen
right
to
in.
that
Let's
first
ju-
one.
Let's just jump right in. All right.
Jump right into it.
All right. This first song is Crystal Skies, Never Change, featuring Gallie Fisher.
You know you break me when you don't know what to say. You know my face, you know my name. Now it's too late to bring us back from strangers. Too much would have to change for that. Dangerous. But I say my heart will never change. So for the time that it takes, it's okay to be a little bit crazy. It's okay to be a little bit crazy. I know you know me, the promises we made, but our demons dragged us down. We were throwing our love around. Oh, now it's too late to bring us back from strangers. Too much would have to change for that. Dangerous. But I say my heart will never change. So for the time that it takes, it's okay to be a little bit crazy. It's okay to be a little bit crazy.
All right. What were your thoughts?
Well, I think you're right. I liked it. You categorized it as pretty, and I agree. It was. I have a feeling it's going to be a whole lot mellower than the songs that are coming. But I did. I liked it. I liked it because it had words in it, and
Interesting that you say that. Like, do you think you like songs more with vocals?
oh, definitely. Because I'm one to sing along.
You want to
And
sing?
so-
along.
Yeah, I'm definitely one to sing along. I like to harmonize. And so I think that's more appealing in a song that I hear on the radio if I can sing along with it, which from listening to some of the songs that you've introduced me to in the years past, there hasn't been a whole lot of singing. I mean, Alex finds words in them, but I don't. But I like this one.
Interesting. Yeah. Well, yeah, a lot of EDM songs don't have lyrics.
You're going to find out that very fast.
Yeah. That's a pretty song. Unfortunately, it's going to get a little bit darker after this, but that's because we want to show you more like we think they're unique songs. Mm-hmm. What you just heard, that's considered a future bass song, and so future bass is notorious for being melodic and more on the pretty side and more on the chill side. Mm-hmm. Future bass can range from about the same speed as dubstep, which we will show you a dubstep song here in a second. But it's considered future bass because it's more chill, and it's more of a focus on melodic sounds, and it's more of, and it does use bass, but the bass is not as heavily influenced as with other EDM subgenres. Yes, but like you said, yes, that one does have vocals, and Alex and I have learned that there's a lot of talented like vocalists that only deal with EDM artists and only deal with EDM producers. And this one was Gallie Fisher. I don't really know much about Gallie Fisher as far as other songs that she's done, but Crystal Skies is notorious for doing mostly future bass type songs, and so that's a example of what I would consider a pretty EDM song.
Okay, so the person singing that was an actual person. In other words, the voice was not made up from computers.
Right. Yes. The vocalist was. It's actually like somebody was actually singing into a microphone that actually recorded that. But the vocals are probably then edited through a computer somehow. Okay. Like they're probably mixed into the song a certain way, and then maybe they're usually like whenever an EDM song gets created and it has vocals, it's usually still heavily edited vocals. Okay. And now this one specifically, it doesn't sound like the voice has been altered too much, but it still was probably edited somehow, maybe like just mixed in a little bit to make it flow along with the song a little bit better. Because with EDM songs, the emphasis is always on the music. That's why, like I had my friend ask me the difference between a trap song and a rap song, and trap is more EDM based, and obviously rap is its own genre of music. And so with rap music, and you could do the same with pop music as well. With rap music, with pop music, the emphasis will always be on the artist and what they're saying, their actual words that they're saying. With EDM music, the emphasis is on the synths and the actual sounds of the song, not the vocals. That's not to say that the lyrics are pointless or meaningless. I mean, obviously they have a good meaning, but with EDM music, the lyric, there will always be more of an emphasis on the actual music instead of the lyrics and the vocals, just because the producer is creating every single sound from a computer that you're hearing in the song.
Gotcha. Do you think that most EDM fans, would they find this not this type not hardcore enough? Would they find it too? I don't know the.
Well, I wouldn't really call this hardcore.
Well, I would neither. Apparently, what I'm fixing to hear within the next 4 songs is going to be completely different. But I mean, do you think most EDM listeners would rather not listen to this, but listen to what's coming up in the next 4 songs?
I mean, I think it just depends. It's like to each their own.
Okay.
Just everyone, from what I can tell, a lot of different people like a lot of different stuff. So it just depends. Like, I mean, honestly, all 5 of these songs, I kind of like them equally, but it's like different songs for different situations. I think it's just a personal preference. I mean, I don't know if Alex wants to chime in on that or not. But.
Right.
Okay, I guess that's all the chiming in he's doing. All right,
Alex.
Let's move on to. Let's get a little bit darker here. So this next song is going to be a house beat song. So, Mom, are you familiar with house music?
House music. I know that you've explained this to me before, but refresh my memory.
So house music is considered the best type of music for dancing because the speed of house music is at 130 beats per minute. So, well, it averages around 130 beats per minute, which is considered. I don't know if I think it's just basically why it's like generally considered the best music for dancing. In particular, dancing with your feet, because it's easy to move your feet at that speed, that speed of 130 beats per minute, which is basically that speed.
Yeah.
This artist Ghastly is more of a darker artist. Like Ghastly makes a lot of bass music. But Ghastly actually does all types of subgenres of EDM and bass music. This particular song though is a house beat. I don't know the exact speed, but it's somewhere around 130 beats per minute. This song though is called Black Mamba. And have you heard this song before?
I don't have it liked, so probably not.
Oh, okay. All right. Well then this should be interesting. You can listen to it with her if you want, but well, actually, we'll all listen to it. But yeah. So this next song is Ghastly, Black Mamba.
It's the Black Mamba. It's the longest and fastest snake in Africa. The Black Mamba's bite was almost 100% thick. Flashing its mouth, it strikes. It strikes. It's the Black Mamba. It's the longest and fastest snake in Africa. The Black Mamba's bite was almost 100% thick. Flashing its mouth, it strikes. It strikes.
Okay, so you're exactly right. That one was a little bit different from the first one.
A little bit different.
Yeah, well, I guess. I do
Just a
have to
little bit.
say, yeah, just a little. I do have to say that in listening to it, about at the time, 2 minutes, 22 seconds, I like the way that it seems like, I don't know how you guys call this, but it seems like the music itself, it shifts.
Yes.
And I liked the shift. I liked the difference between, and it was kind of toward the end of the song, but that was definitely different. I'm not sure I understand the talking about the Black Mamba facts in the song, and I guess as I was listening to it, I was trying to think to myself, okay, was this artist looking at a video of a Black Mamba and then, doing or creating the music to match the movements of the, I don't know, that might be the teacher in me trying to rationalize this.
Interesting. Interesting thought.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But this was okay. I like the first one better. You were right.
You like the first one? Okay.
Yeah, this one was, yeah.
Very interesting. Yeah, it's very interesting that you mentioned that shift, because in this song it has two drops, which a drop is basically the same thing as the chorus of the song, but in the EDM community everybody calls it a drop. So the first drop is a house beat, which is that 130 beats per minute, that doom 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 doom, where the kicks are that far space apart from each other. Right. The second drop, then it does slow down. Technically the beat speeds up to 140 beats per minute, but it actually is it's actually split. Well, it's sped up to 140 beats per minute, but then it's the kicks are every 70 beats per minute. So, or sorry, well, the speed of the kicks are set to 70. So it's 140 beats per minute, the speed is, but then it's at half speed. So technically it is slowed down a lot, or at least the beat is slowed down.
Yeah.
It's very funny that you're saying like maybe the artist was like watching a video on snakes and then decided to make this.
Yeah.
Because that's definitely a possibility. It's funny because a lot of like EDM songs, well, not a lot, but some EDM songs have like little facts about, like, not facts, but like they basically what they're doing is they're taking little excerpts from like the Discovery Channel or something. But it's like something, he probably took something from the Discovery Channel from a YouTube video talking about snakes and black mambas, and he took that and he made that part of the song. And it doesn't really mean anything. Like, I mean, I don't think it means anything. I mean, maybe
neither do I.
Maybe it does, but it's more of just like a cool factor. Like, it's something unique, because like most songs,
and to name the song.
and to have a theme to the song.
Yeah.
Because I mean, obviously not like most songs don't talk about black mambas, but it's just something interesting and kind of cool and unique to put into a song as far as as far as lyrics go, and it's something that you wouldn't normally hear in a song. And on top of all of that, if Ghastly puts something like, the black mamba is a very dangerous snake or whatever in his song, he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to worry about dealing with, a vocalist that wants to make their the audio of their voice sound perfect. It's all him. It's all one artist. It's not two people collabing, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was Black Mamba by Ghastly. So you said you like the first one better, though?
Yes. Think so.
Is it because of the speed or because of the fact that there's words?
Well, mostly because they're words, and to me there just seems more continuity to the first one than to the second one.
Interesting. Okay, yeah. Yeah, there definitely is. There's definitely more continuity in the first one. It's more the same song from the first half to the second half, absolutely. Okay, so our next song is a song by a dark bass artist called G-Rex. It's like T-Rex, except it's G-Rex. This song definitely does have two different types of drops, which means basically you're going to get a shift kind of like the same case as the last song. So it's going to be like the first half of the song is going to sound like something, and then the second half of the song is going to sound different. So that will happen in this song as well. The name of this song is called Wook Blaster, and I think you might kind of understand that a little bit better when the song starts.
Yeah, when you hear it, yeah.
When you hear it. This song was actually released last year. This is one of our favorite songs of.
This is a really good song.
Yeah, this is a great song. It is not like anything you've ever heard though, probably.
Well, if you guys think it's great, then I will probably like it too.
All right,
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, this is G-Rex Wook Blaster.
So that was G-Rex Wook Blaster. Mom, what did you think about that?
Well, believe it or not, I liked this one better than the second one.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah, I particularly liked the change or the added beat at about 146, 147. I thought that was
You mean like the timestamp of the song? You mean 146, 147?
Yeah, it sounded like a new sound was interjected into it, and I kind of liked it. And I think he.
Yeah, I think G-Rex is it. Yeah.
Okay, had it there until pretty much to the end of the song. But I liked that better than I did the second one.
So why do you think this song was better?
I guess because it wasn't as noisy. As noisy as the first one. I guess what I would call background noise, there wasn't as much in this. It seemed a little more clear to me. But I imagine this song to you guys is best played really loud. Is that right?
Yes,
because it's very.
And I get that almost. I guess so loud that you can feel the bass in your chest.
Mm-hmm.
And at some point, I had to have Alex turn it down because it was too loud.
Oh no!
Oh
no!
So I would probably, kind of.
Wait! You had to turn the volume down on that song, but not the other.
Yeah, not too far into the song, I had him turn it down because it was too loud for me. But I can see how you guys would want it turned up really loud. you know. And I guess, and also another reason why I kind of like this is because I like drums. Like, take Paul Simon's Rhythm of the Saints. I love that song because of the drums in it, a lot of drums in it. And so this one seemed to me had more of a drum sound in it than that the second song. The second song just had a lot of, I don't know.
Synths?
Maybe all I can say is background noise. I'm not sure if I'm being very clear on that.
I think I understand what you're saying. Like, the second song has more stuff going on than this. The third song is more minimalistic. It's less stuff happening.
Yes, that's a very good way of putting it.
Okay.
So let me ask you this. I want to ask you this, Mom.
Yeah.
Do you from hearing the last song, the Ghastly song, and then this song, the G-Rex song, do you have an idea of if you like to hear a faster up-tempo song as the last song was the Ghastly's house song, or as this kind of slower trap G-Rex song?
Okay. Before I answer that, you would say that the second song was more of a fast pace. This third song was a slower pace.
Right. Most likely, yes.
I don't think it matters to me. I think the fast versus the slow doesn't change how I like either song. I think it's all of the fussiness of the second song I don't like. It's almost like too much is being thrown into that song, so to speak, on the second one. I don't know.
No.
I don't know if that's making any sense.
I love this opinion, because I mean, technically you're right. I mean, there's more going on in the Ghastly song than G-Rex. But G-Rex is notorious for doing songs that are like G-Rex is one of the artists that would have that motto, that would use that motto, less is more, you know?
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
Like, less is more, but the things that you're putting in make them more, like, expound more on them, you know? But yeah, Ghastly has a ton of stuff happening in his Black Mamba song. That's very interesting that you say that, though.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we ready for the next song? This is the fourth song. We got 5 songs total. Do you think you can handle 2 more, Mom?
I'm pretty sure I can.
Okay. The next song is a very traditional 2019 dubstep song. Like, I don't know if you want to talk about this or not, Alex, but like, would you agree?
I don't think I've even listened to this song yet.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, it's really new. Yeah, it's definitely new.
Yeah, it just came out on Welcome.
Yeah. But like, dubstep now sounds considerably different than it did, 5-6 years ago. And this song is a very solid example of a dubstep song now. Like, this is what traditional dubstep sounds right now in 2019. This is by an artist called Wooli, which is, like the woolly mammoth. A lot of times Wooli's album art has woolly mammoth themes and mastodon themes, stuff like that.
Let me just point out to you, Mom, real quick. Like, you see here at the single art or whatever, how it's like the woolly mammoth.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like his kind of like mascot.
Oh, kind of like somebody has that T-Rex.
Yeah. Excision.
Okay.
That somebody has a T-Rex.
Well, I know somebody has somebody in a T-Rex costume. I just didn't know who that was.
No, that would be awesome if Excision DJ.
That would be actually pretty cool.
That'd be so cool.
He came out of Lost Lands this year, just that'd be pretty cool.
Like a T-Rex with the little arms, dealing with the knobs and stuff. But that would be awesome. But yeah, no, I think you're talking about Excision. This is Wooli, and obviously Wooli does a lot of mammoth type themes in his album art. But the name of this song is Psyclone.
Was better than the second one. The whole time I was listening to it, I kept picturing in my mind soundtrack to different movies. Like the first part of it would have been a perfect soundtrack to like a car chase, like maybe James Bond. And then from that point to about 3:14, it was almost like it was this constant spinning. It would speed up and then it would slow back down. And that made me think of a soundtrack. You should see Alex's face.
What?
I'm just imagining a dubstep song in a James Bond car chase.
and then I guess at about 3:14, I like the way it just stops. And then it just goes into something else. I mean, I like this one too. I mean, a lot better than the second one, obviously, but...
You really didn't like the second one, did you?
No, I really didn't like the second one.
By the way, when you first started talking, you said something like, I was sitting here listening to the music thinking, and I thought you were going to say, what am I doing with my life right now? Okay, so yeah, this is this song has, I think, like 2 or 3 drops, but the main one at the very beginning is a traditional dubstep drop. At the very end, this kind of goes into kind of like a...
Is it Psy?
Yeah, psytrance, a psytrance beat. But, I mean, I don't know, there's a lot to diagnose. I love how you keep saying that you can see these in movies. Like in a car chase.
Yeah, the first part, yeah, absolutely, I could see that.
Does that mean that you could see yourself driving to this music?
Yeah, I think the first one and the third one is more of a better driving tunes. I don't know if that's the right word for it.
So then would this song be for like working on the yard or running for exercise?
Oh, yeah, maybe if you were a runner. Because, like I said, I could see it in the background of action movies. So, yeah, maybe if you were a runner, this would be.
So what activity could you see yourself doing listening to that second song?
Oh, mercy.
Here we go.
Well, let me just put it this way. It's definitely not a tune I would whistle while I vacuum because it's just that second one. It's just too much going on. You know, you have to remember I come from Fleetwood Mac, you know, and I come from Elton John. And so that second one definitely has too much going on. I think.
That's just so interesting that you say that, but okay, well, yeah. So that was Wooli. Well, by the way, it's called Psyclone. I wonder if that's why, because that last drop is a psytrance drop. So I wonder if that's why it's called Psyclone.
Maybe
makes sense. But yeah, no, that is a traditional. At least the first drop again. That's a traditional dubstep drop, and that's mine and Alex's collective favorite subgenre of music, of EDM music, is dubstep.
Yes.
But dubstep has evolved a lot since it really first started getting popular back in 2010, 2011. It sounds different. It's a little bit more structured now. And obviously there's so many different types of dubsteps, like artists that make dubstep, and there's tons of different sounding types of dubstep now. It's all over the board now. But that is a good example, at least I would say that's a good example of a current traditional dubstep song. Okay. Which, by the way, I'm sure either you've seen this or we've showed you this. Like dubstep, the beat it's like it's always kick, clap, kick, clap. Like when it drops, it always goes kick, clap, kick, clap at that speed, which is which is why everybody headbangs, because you can headbang at that speed. That's like a perfect speed for headbanging. Because if it was faster, it would be too fast. Like it would hurt your head, basically.
Yeah, I see that.
And speaking of speed, I think it's time for us to show you one last EDM song. This is not a very popular genre, a subgenre of EDM, Mom. This is a type of music. Well, I don't want to say anything about it. I just want to let Mom experience it, and then we'll see what she says afterwards.
Oh my goodness!
Should we even mention what type of
No.
subgenre this is?
Let's just talk about it afterwards.
Okay.
I just want you to know that I'm very nervous about this last one.
Okay.
Okay.
Should we even mention the song?
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, let's start there. So yeah, this song, the next song, the last song we're listening to with Mom is Little Texas. I'm sorry, no. Little Texas, Let the Bass Kick.
Let the bass kick. Let the bass kick. Pump up the volume. Let the bass kick. Let the bass kick. Pump up the volume. Let the bass kick. Let the bass kick. Pump up the volume.
This one is dedicated to all the riders in the nation.
Pump up the volume. Let the bass kick. Let the bass kick. Let the bass kick. Pump up the volume. Let the bass kick. Let the bass pump up the volume.
What we're gonna do right here is go back, way back into time.
Let the bass kick. Let the bass kick. Let the bass kick. Let the bass kick. Pump up the volume. Pump up the volume. Let the bass kick. Let the bass kick. Let the bass kick. Pump up the volume.
volume.
Let the bass kick.
Pump up the volume.
Well, Mom, I heard a little sigh in the middle of that song. Would you like to elaborate on what you were experiencing?
Well, I have to say that one was rough to get through. Ooh, I'm sure Lil Texas is a very creative artist, but whew, that one was beyond words.
So you don't think you could sing along to that one, Mom?
No,
Could you not whistle that while you're vacuuming?
Not even whistle that while I'm vacuuming. No, I don't. It seemed like it took a while for the song to actually get going, and it was just a lot of repetition, a lot of the same beat. No, not so much on Lil Texas.
Do you don't even like saying his name, Lil Texas?
Lil Texas.
Lil Texas.
I don't know why I stutter there, but Lil Mr. Texas. How about that?
Mr. Texas.
It's like Mr. Nectar.
Mr. Nectar and Mr. Texas.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, well, so I assume that. Which one did you like less, that one or the second one?
Second one, definitely.
Wow.
You like that one less or more?
Yeah, I think I would rate them. Number 1 is number 1. Number 3 is number 2. Number 3 is number 3. This one,
wait,
number 4.
Okay.
It's number 3. And
I think number 3. Okay, wait, so.
Okay.
So, okay.
The first one?
Okay.
The first one I saw would be number 1.
Crystal Skies.
Yeah.
And this one?
And then, Wook Blaster could be number 2. Wooli could be number 3. Lil Texas number 4. And Black Mamba number 5.
What? You put Lil Texas over Ghastly?
Well, at least Lil Texas didn't have so much of the background noise as the...
It's all about the background noise.
Well,
You really don't like that background noise, do you?
No, it's too much. I mean, what do you listen to? Where do you zoom in and focus the most on? I can't branch out and focus on everything. I have to be pulled in, have a focal point, so to speak.
And you're just not getting that focal point with Ghastly, are you?
I'm getting too many focal points with Ghastly.
Gotcha.
Yeah, too many.
Wow, well, I have to talk about Lil Texas for a second because he is doing something that no other artist has done yet. Because this subgenre of EDM is called speedcore. It's where, so first of all, let's explain hardstyle to Mom. Hardstyle is similar to house music, except every single bass kick is like way over amplified. So. Yeah. And house music is that 130 beats per minute, the boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
You've got the next, well, not the next progression, but the other subgenre that I want to talk about is the first one is called hardstyle. Hardstyle is similar, is that same style beat, or it's just a bass kick, except it's super amplified and it's a little bit faster. It's like doom, 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 doom. It's a little bit faster, but it's basically the same thing except faster. Then you've got what this song is. This is speedcore. Speedcore is the same thing as hardstyle except sped up, over 200 beats per minute. And this is not a popular genre of EDM at all. This is like a very
unique.
Well, it is unique, but it's not popular at all. It's not popular at all because it's almost too. Would you say it's too fast?
Yeah, I think it's way too fast.
Alex and I probably think it's too fast to enjoy. Mm-hmm. But this guy, Lil Texas, is the first artist to get at. He was at EDC Orlando. He was at EDC Vegas this year, right? I'm pretty sure he was.
Maybe.
And he did a set. I think I watched a little bit of it the other day, but most of his set is that speedcore type music, and people were still there listening to the music and enjoying it. it's not really our cup of tea. Like, I will say though, I enjoy listening to some Little Texas songs every once in a while. Like, I don't want to listen to only Little Texas just because too much of that speed too often I think is a little much. But having that type of speed, I think, is unique. And like we were saying earlier, like this speedcore genre is very lesser known. But this guy Little Texas is starting to get bigger and bigger in the bass community, and I haven't seen any other artists do that. And so I think it's worth mentioning that Little Texas is kind of breaking the rules of the bass community, because most EDM songs stay under 200 beats per minute, but Little Texas is making songs way over 200 beats per minute, and they're super fast. They're that boom 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 boom, like they're super fast, and it's, for some people, it's not going to be enjoyable, but I think that's part of that's kind of part of his theme, is that he's all about the fast speedcore. And whenever you see a Little Texas set, and if you ever see it or if you ever listen to it, you better believe that there's going to be some speedcore in there. So I just think it's interesting that, like, we're literally seeing bass music mold into different things. Like, we're seeing, like, I bet there was a point where nobody thought, like, we're not going to get super, super fast music, but you can go to YouTube and find speedcore songs of like 500, 600, 700 beats per minute. And does it sound good? Well, every person has their own opinion, but like it makes you think, is there a limit to what we'll try, Is there a limit to what people will enjoy listening to? And this is just worth a mention, just because it's a unique subgenre of EDM, because it's so fast and it's almost hard to enjoy, but somehow people are enjoying it, and I think that's worth a mention.
Okay. So when you and Alex go to EDC Orlando, then all these 5 songs that I've listened to today, is this what you basically hear while you're there?
More than likely, yeah.
All of them except for the last one. The last one is very rare you hear that.
Why?
It's just not. It's not popular.
Yeah.
It's not popular, but now it's becoming a little bit more popular because of this Little Texas guy.
So is it not popular because it's a new phase in EDM?
It's so fast. It's almost hard to enjoy. Like, you can't, when EDM fans go and see a dubstep concert, they can like headbang because it's the perfect speed. And when you go and see house music or trance music, it's the perfect speed for dancing.
Yeah.
And same goes with trap music and headbanging. But this, like, how are you going to dance to that music?
Right.
I mean, you can headbang, but it's like you're headbanging like really, 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 really fast,
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I just think it's interesting, though, like, to see that it just seems like the, like, genre molding and genre bending never stops, It just seems like there's not really an end, but I think I'm glad. Like, I'm glad that, like, there's new types of music. It's like a fresh breath of air, It's not like we just only get the normal same types of music every time. Like, I like to hear new stuff, because new stuff leads to more new stuff, leads to more new stuff, and it's never boring. At least in my opinion.
Yeah. And I think that's the way music should be. Because after a while you do get tired of hearing, so you do want, look at what if EDM was never, right? So I think the progression of music is important, especially to people who love music.
Exactly, I agree.
Right.
Good one, Alex.
Thanks for all your input, Alex. All right, anything else for this episode? Alex, no? Mom, no?
No, thanks for letting me be on the cast with you guys.
No problem.
Yeah, thank you for joining us and listening to some music with us and giving your input.
Well, thank you. It was fun.
All right. Everyone have a good one. Take care. Good night.
See y'all in the next one.